Hi everybody, we are going to do a full body Pilates reformer workout today, and we will be having our box with us and our platform extender if you have one, or just your platform will be fine as well. So we're going to start with a nice little warm up, stretching out the legs a little bit. We're going to bring the bar all the way up, and I'm going to go to a red and a blue spring to start, but if you wanted to add another spring to make this a bit heavier, you are more than welcome to do so. So I'm going to bring my bar all the way up. And I want you to be sitting with your bum right in the middle of the carriage. Your toes are going to be on the bar, and they could just stay, your feet can stay parallel, hands come outside. You're growing really tall. I want you to take a deep inhale through your nose. Big exhale. Another inhale. And then as you exhale here, you're going to press and straighten your legs, reaching through your hamstrings for a nice stretch, and then you're bending the knees to come back up tall. So you're going to press and reach forward. You can round that spine. And then stack up forward and tall. And you press. Exhale, trying to straighten those knees as much as possible. And then sitting up nice and tall. Starting to warm up the ankles, the knees, the hips. And going at your own pace here. We're going to do 3 more. Trying to reach a little bit more each time. Last 2. And last one, we're going to hold for a count of 10. 8, 6, 4, 2, 1, and bring it in. We are going to come on down. We're going to switch the springs to 3 red springs, so 3 heavy springs. Now, if 3 heavy springs is too many, you can opt for 2 heavy and a medium. We're going to just start with some footwork again, warming up through the ankle, the knee, and the hip. Headrest can be up or down, whatever is comfortable for you. And you're going to take your heels to the bar, about hip width apart. We're going to draw the abdominals in and wide, setting up that neutral spine. Small spaces allowed in your low back. Heavy on that tailbone back, so the ribs are also heavy. Chest is wide, hands by your side. Toes pointing up to the ceiling, ankles pulled back. When you're ready, you're going to take a deep inhale. Exhale, press through that heel, send the carriage away. And then coming back down nice and slow. You don't want to rush through this. It's really easy just to kind of press back and forth mindlessly, but you want to keep that mind-body connection within your core. You want to feel the pressure through your heel all the way up the back of that leg into hamstrings and glutes. You'll feel quads as well, but kind of thinking more about the back of the leg here. Adding your breath in. Maybe adding pelvic floor in. With each inhale, you can think about releasing your pelvic floor, and with each exhale, you can pull up through your pelvic floor. Again, challenging yourself to go at a slower pace, feeling that burn. You can even pause at the top for a moment as you stand tall, and then pause for a moment at the bottom. The more you stay grounded through that tailbone, the less you're going to feel like you're being shoved up into those shoulder rests. The heavier the springs, the more you're going to kind of feel that sensation, so you can just kind of scoot down, anchor down through the tailbone and the pelvis, pull in through the abdominals. Good, one more here. Staying tall, you're just going to walk your left leg to the left of that bar, and then the right leg to the right of that bar. Rotating outward, you're coming down. Tracking your knee with second and third toe, you press away. Squeezing at the top, still pulling in through the abdomen. Feeling this maybe more in the inner thighs. Good, last 4. 3, 2, last 1. You're going to come all the way down with your carriage, keeping that rotated position and heel and arch on the bar. Headrest is going to go flat if it's up. You can stay on 3 red, or if you want to make this even harder, you're going to drop down to lighter springs, such as 2 red or a red and a blue. You're going to pull the abdominals in. We're going into a nice wide bridge. So as you come into the bridge, I want you to start feeling the outer parts of the hips. You can tuck that tailbone and reach up, making sure you're not arching through the back. And down. Arms can be by your side, or they can be up. Whatever feels good for you. If you need more support, they come back down. Inhale, prepare, exhale. Through the abdominals, you're tightening, you're exhaling up and lowering down. A little different from our normal bridge where we have our knees in line with hips, but now we're just kind of getting some work through the side of our hips as opposed to inner thighs. Still feeling glutes and hamstrings, reaching long through the knees, again opening through the hips. Squeezing a little bit harder at the top. This next one we hold at the top. We bring the knees in and then out. Keep lifting the bum, keep drawing in abdominals. Knees come together and apart. You're going to start to feel that burn build. Keep breathing through it. You can do it, keeping that carriage still. That burn's going to get hotter and hotter. Push through it. Stay focused. You've done harder things. We go for 10 more. For 9, keep that bum lifted. For 8, if your back's feeling sore, you can drop the bum. 7, keep breathing. For 6, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those knees out. Slowly roll down through your spine, feeling each vertebra roll down one by one, and you could tuck those knees into your chest. We are going to come on up and switch the springs. So we are going to go to 1 red and 1 blue spring. We're going to be doing a bit of single leg work. We're going to be doing some hands and straps, so have those straps ready. Placing my straps close by, I'm going to lay back down. Finding that neutral position, I'm going to bring my headrest back up. Chest is wide, toes are on the bar, left foot on the bar, right leg in tabletop. Pulling in the abdominals, making sure that your pubic bone's level with your hip bones and that we're not tipped to one side or the other. Hands by your side, you start with a single leg press. This is going to feel light to start. We want to keep that knee right over the hip here, so I don't want to see it coming into your chest. We want control through each leg. Trying to keep the ankle and the heel relaxed. Standing tall as you press that leg out. Feeling this in the front of the leg a little bit more. If you need to adjust your foot, if you're getting a toe cramp, you can do that. Still going at that nice slow pace. You press, you hold, reaching your right leg up. We drop that left heel under the bar, we flex the right foot. We point the right foot and point that left foot to bring the heel up into a calf raise. We go for 10. You're mirroring the movement of the left leg with the right. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your right foot down to the bar, left leg into tabletop. We go into single leg press. Again, a nice slow pace, trying to stay even through both sides of the hip here. Two more, and then we hold that leg out. On this next one, you press, you stand tall on that right leg, reach your left long, drop that right heel under, point the left toe, press through the right foot. We go for 10, 9, like we're doing that calf raise but laying down, 8, 7, last 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that foot down, drop both heels down, and just kind of pedaling the feet, getting a stretch into the calf. Good. And then you're bending your knees to come down. You're going to pop up to grab your strap. So we're still in a red and a blue. Now if you wanted this to be heavier and harder, you can make this heavier. So you can add a white spring or a yellow spring or go to 2 heavy spring. I'm on 1 heavy, 1 medium. Laying back down. We're going to meet with legs and tabletop, so knees just right over the hips. Small space in your low back or ribs intertwine, including that abdominal engagement. Hands in the straps right above the shoulders. You're going to start slowly pulling your arms down by your side, reaching long through those fingertips. And back up. Stopping so you can still see your fingernails. And you pull. Exhale, arms by your side. Inhale, back up. On this next one, you reach those arms up over the shoulders, you draw your chin to your throat, you press through the rib cage, come up into a curl, scooping off the tips of those shoulder blades, and then you slowly come back down. Big inhale, exhale, curl. Inhale down. Pace yourself. You're going to start reaching your legs long as you reach your arms long and back down. Inhale, prepare, exhale, curl and reach. And back down. Scoop a little bit more. On this next one, you're going to scoop, curl, reach, hold. You're bringing one leg up and switch. Other leg down. You switch. Keep reaching those hands. Scoop a little bit more. Switch. We go for 10 more. 9, 8, scoop. 7, scoop more. 6. Reach those legs long. 5, 4, 3, scoop a little bit more, 2, last one, bend those knees to tabletop, and you can uncurl. You are going to come up to sitting, and we are going to grab our Pilates box. I'm going to be going to 1 blue spring, so 1 light spring. I think if you wanted a little bit heavier, you could do a medium and a light. I think that is totally okay. But as we transition from arms to legs, a blue is probably going to be best for me through that transition. Now the other trick is if a blue's not enough or your medium spring's not enough, you can just keep pulling up the ropes. I'm going to drop this bar down as well. We will be on our stomachs. If you can't be on your stomachs, you can just do this in a kneeling position. So instead of being flat on your belly, you can just kneel with your with your knees against the shoulder rests. So your straps are right in front of you. You're going to come onto your stomach. Chest off, ribs on. I'm grabbing through the strap and onto the rope. I'm just going to set up my neutral spine here, so I'm looking straight down. I don't want to be sinking into my low back like that. I want to tuck that tailbone, energize through the legs. And we're just going to start reaching our arms to our hips. And then back down. Still looking down at the floor. Again, slower you go, the better. I'm going to add a little bit more tension by pulling more of the rope. Now, if this is feeling good, and if you don't have any back issues into extension, what you can do is as you arc those arms back, you can reach your chest up. Make sure you're not reaching up through your neck, and then back down. So this is all in your spine. Keeping abdominals engaged, you pulling your reach into that swan-like position, and back down. This is feeling like it's going into your back too much. You can just continue to pull your arms by your side. Good, we got 1 more here. And then you're gonna bring your arms down, and in front, you're gonna bring your arms up to shoulder height. You're giving me 10 pulls to your hips. Into a nice T pull, we go for 9 more. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. On this one, we hold our arms by our side. You give me 10 triceps, squeezing for 10. 9, keep that upper arm bone still, chest and shoulders back. 8, you squeeze. 7, feeling strong. I love tricep. 6, only 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those straps down and hands out. We are going to be transitioning onto hands and knees on the box. The box is optional if it doesn't feel comfortable or safe for you. I'm going to do this on the box. I'm going to be on a blue spring. This one is quite hard even on a blue spring. So if you have to go down to a lighter spring, that's fine. If you're up for a challenge, you want to add springs, go right ahead and add those springs. Now is a good time to take a sip of water before we get started. Okay, I'm going to start with my left leg, left strap. With this one, you can be on your hands or you can come onto your forearms, whatever is comfortable for your wrists. I think about halfway through I typically transition to my forearms. We want hands under shoulders, knees under hips. This is really tough to do on a box, so you're really finding that abdominal engagement. Your left foot is in the strap. We are starting with a leg. Press back behind us. Flexing that foot. Now I know the strap kind of gets annoying and kind of skims your hand, so just readjust as you need to. You really want to stay heavy and focus on that left hand instead of pressing yourself over to the right. Squeezing that glute, keeping that hip down, so having a mirror is nice. So you can kind of check in with what's happening. And of course I lost count. Can we go for 5 more? 4. Keep pulling abdominals in, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Can you give me 5 sweeps down? So we're adjusting that hand, we sweep for 5. Doesn't have to be super low. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee in. You're coming onto forearms here. I'm going to come onto my right forearm and have my left hand on the box. I'm going to open my leg like a fire hydrant. We go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you bring that leg in. We're gonna go right to the other side. So right strap and right foot. This is where you find out which leg might be a bit stronger or a bit weaker. Just take your time either way. So find your setup. If you need to do a couple wrist stretches in between, you go for it. We start with that press back with the leg. So heavy on that right hand and left knee for your support. Trying to keep that hip down, the body level. Trying to go for 10. This is 3. Last 5. Squeeze that glute. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to bring that knee down, switch my hand. We're doing 5 sweeps to the side, just little. This one I find the hardest. Last 2. Last 1. Onto your forearm. You open that right knee out to the side. We press for 10. Six. Last 4. 3, 2, 1. And you bring it down. You can toss the strap. We're going to put the box to the side. I am going to grab my platform extender. My machine has a platform extender. If yours does not, just using your platform. If your platform is a bit like rough, I would recommend maybe putting like a towel or one of those grip mats just so you don't hurt your forearms or your hands. I'm going to be on 1 right spring. The hardest is going to be no springs. If you need more support, you're going to go to a medium spring. So on my machine, that would be a blue spring. We're going to finish this class up with a core finisher. We've targeted arms, we've targeted glutes, we've targeted core already. We're going to finish with a little bit more core here. I'm going to go on my forearms because that's what's comfortable for me. If you want to come onto your hands, that's totally fine. You're going to have those knees on the carriage and you start pressing in and out with your knees. So keeping the elbows and shoulders in line into that plank position. Looking straight down so we don't hurt our neck. Making sure you don't sink through that low back. Pulling in through the abdomen each time. I encourage you to pause with each plank for a count of 3, 2, 1. Stay pressed through the shoulders. Good job. Keep up with your breath. Again, this is feeling too easy. You go to no springs. At any point it gets uncomfortable, you add more support or you add more springs. Now you could make this more difficult by tucking your toes and hovering your knees. This is going to amplify it quite a bit. But you're welcome to stay down. You're going to press, you're going to hold that plank. Now you press forward and back through the shoulders. Keep that bum down. Keep your gaze down. We go for 8 more. 7. 6. Last 5. Last 3. Feeling that burn, last 2. And last one, make it count. You're going to come in, send the hips back, enjoy a nice child's pose here. Thank you so much for joining me for another very quick reformer workout. I hope you enjoyed that full body mix there, and I look forward to making more videos for you. Please comment below if there's anything specific you'd like to see, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you.